Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming's The Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead, Season 4, Episode 1. Wow, old habits die hard. We are transitioning into a brand new show. We've got some very good stuff tonight. This is our first countdown for Fear the Walking Dead, so appreciate all of you being here. We are going to touch on The Walking Dead, and we do have a countdown video for that coming, or countdown stream, should I say, coming up at 8 o'clock. A couple neat things. Tonight we're going to make an announcement. We're going to give away a 999 shirt, and also we're going to give away another one at 8 o'clock tonight. So a chance for you guys to get some gear, and hopefully next Walker, Stalker, Comic-Con, go out and represent. Some people are listening to this from the theater. They're already in line at the theater. So I'm going to call on a few people just to see what's going on. We do have Fear the Walking Dead spoilers, so I'm going to tell you a little bit of what's going to go on tonight. Now, we're doing this a little bit earlier because I want the Walking Dead countdown to be fresher on your mind. So this will happen, Fear the Walking Dead will probably be about 9:10, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. Really jacked about that stuff. It'll be a random winner, so I'll get to that in 1 second. And also, the spoilers from tonight, Fear the Walking Dead, are going to tell you some stuff about The Walking Dead. Really important stuff tonight. So you got to participate, got to get involved. If you're brand new, if you're a Fear fan, you haven't been watching us with The Walking Dead, or you're Walking Dead and you're giving us another shot, appreciate you being here. And I know we got a lot of people coming over from spoiling sites and forums, so I want to welcome just all the new people that come in that have been participating in our streams the last few days. Just an awesome group of people. Your thoughts, your participation is vital to making this thing work. All right, let's get right into it. So we're going to talk about tonight's episode. Some of the characters are going to be introduced, a little bit of what we see for the season. I'm going to ask you a couple spot questions and want you guys to jump in there. So here's the deal. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see on AMC's opening the first 3 minutes of Fear the Walking Dead. We're going to start out with Cowboy John. He is going to be by the fire. We find out tonight, I do have to warn you, there are going to be some Fear the Walking Dead spoilers, so if you're not into spoilers, I do have to ask you to take an early exit, because we're going to talk about tonight's show. You've been warned. I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, here we go. We're going to get into it. So here's what's going to go down. John, you've probably seen this. It is out there, so this is not a direct spoiler, because it should be common knowledge. He's by a fire, and he tells us a little bit of his history. He hears something in the woods, and he tells us, look, I haven't talked to anyone in a year. He says a couple words. Platypus, as Steph mentioned a little bit earlier, he's just not used to talking or hearing his own voice. So you get a little bit of the idea of what they've been through to sort of catch up to the current time frame. He keeps talking. He talks about he likes to read. He's got some books, talks about a relationship. So you get a little bit of his history. And then we find out that it is a walker in the woods. So we're going to see that one scene where he flips the gun around like that. You guys like my... That's high-end sound effects. In case you're wondering, that was a twirling. And then he shoots the walker. When he shoots the walker, guess who's standing behind the walker? If you don't know the spoiler information, I'm going to give you a second to type it in chat right now. No. You know what? Denise just blew me away. It is that I think that might be a record for the highest super chat that we've ever had. In it is Morgan. You're absolutely right. It is Morgan. So while that is typing, I do have to address. This is Denise LDT, and wow, Denise, thank you so much. Appreciate new subby just here because she loves what we do, and I don't want to say I do want to say we as a group, because it is the mods, it is the 999 Army, it's all of you. So Denise, you have a open question as well. Appreciate the support, but if you've got a question with a prediction or a spoiler or something along those lines, moderators, if you can keep an eye on that, and you know, we definitely want to hook her up as well. Thank you so much. She follow-up says, I'm a newbie, so excited to be a part of the crew. Well, we're excited to have you, and looking forward to some of your thoughts and some of your comments. And really, it's a very family atmosphere, a lot of participation, a lot of loyalty with this group. I can't be more thankful. I mean, this group shows up and just gives me their thoughts and their comments and their attention. So I am extremely lucky to have this group of people surrounding me. So thank you so much. I'm glad that you're a part of that. And any new people that are here, please hit the subscribe button. Join us. We're going to be doing this. We got 8 o'clock tonight. We're going to be doing reactions at 12:30. Tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, we're going to do a recap. And all next week at 9 o'clock, we're going to be doing live streams. So looking forward to everybody getting involved. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit more about tonight's show. So that's kind of the opening scene. So once the walker gets shot, then we see Morgan. And then this is the big news. This is what you guys need to know, because I know the Walking Dead fans are really going to like this. After that scene, we are going to go back and we're going to see Morgan is at the Heapsters dump. Now what's important about this is the time frame. And this is going to tell us, it's going to verify what we've been talking about for a long time with the Walking Dead. So warning, there will be some Walking Dead spoilers and predictions mixed into this part of it. So Morgan is he's washing clothes at the Heapsters area. So life has kind of gotten somewhat back to normal. Then a knock on the metal door. He answers, and supposedly it is Jesus there making cameo appearance. So Jesus asked him to come back to the hilltop. What's interesting about this spoiler that's out there is that it's not Maggie. So it just kind of makes you wonder, where's Maggie? What's the time frame? Is this leading into season number 9? Is Maggie having her baby? Is she with her newborn baby? So we do get a little bit of a fast forward. We don't know how much the fast forward is. Then we also get another knock on the door. Apparently Morgan goes back and he is cooking something in the Heapsters area. I guess that's maybe that little room. We're going to find out about that. And supposedly it is Carol who comes up, and she wants him to come back to the kingdom, and he is non-responsive. He doesn't say anything. And then Rick comes to the door, and it sounds like a knock-knock joke. I know. I mean, knock-knock. And Rick supposedly says, come back with me. You'll end up with people one way or another. Wants him to come back to Alexandria. So what's important about that is that all 3 of these things happen, so we know that all 3 of these people survive tonight's episode. So you have Rick back in Alexandria. You have Carol at the kingdom, not in Alexandria. And you've also got Jesus there. So Maggie, I think they're leaving Maggie's situation open because of the contract issues. So could Jesus be running the hilltop and Maggie is out of favor, or they are figuring that out a little bit later? So that's issue number 1. Number 2, what's Carol doing after Morgan? Ezekiel could be back there, but has Ezekiel moved on? So we're going to get a little Ezekiel drama tonight, right? And then number 3, Rick is still in charge of Alexandria, so we know that they win the war. There's a couple ways that we know that they win the war, because Morgan actually says as much later on the episode. So Morgan decides after all of that, he's got to get out. He can't be around it anymore. So next, Morgan is he's packing up, and Morgan leaves the Heapsters area. It shows him walking. Then he runs. Then he drives until he's got nothing. And we know he ends up in Texas because we can see the truck in the background. So we did hear that it was filming in Texas and it was going to take place in Texas. But if you're not sure, you can look up at the truck, and we know that Morgan ends up in Texas. All right. So they go back to Morgan and John. So remember, Morgan was behind the walker. So that's Morgan's backstory. So now we know Madison's backstory. We hear a little bit of what happened with John. We know Morgan's history, but here's what goes down. Morgan's going to actually be interviewed a little bit later on. So John asks Morgan to stay there. They hang out. Morgan takes off. He's still on the run, doesn't know who he can trust. And then, before we know it, Morgan gets jacked. Bam! Morgan gets jacked. 2 dudes with a gun But then John is not far away. John does help Morgan out, sneaks up, disarms one. But then they both get caught. So now they're both taken captive. And then what, I don't know if you guys seen some of the behind the scenes stuff. Althea, or Al, has like a SWAT truck. So this truck is evidently going to be a major, major thing in the show. And the producers actually said the truck is going to be treated like a whole nother character. It's got like this device she can pull down, and machine guns start shooting. So it is like a completely armored truck. So they're going a whole different direction on Fear the Walking Dead. They're not holding back. They're going to bring out some fighting and some artillery that we have not seen since like Abraham. So Althea is going to pull up. She's going to help them out. She takes Morgan and John to safety. And here's the deal. Althea is also known as Al, is a journalist. So she's very inquisitive. She wants to know things and chart it and write it down. And, you know, I guess she's preserving a little bit of this. So now I've given you half the spoiler, so here's the deal. I'm going to give you the rest of tonight's episode. We're going to talk about it, but we got a whole lot of new people here. I'm going to ask everybody in this room to do a favor. Support the 999 Army by slapping that like button. So that way we can get these videos out there. People can talk about it. They can join our network, get involved in our group, hang out with us all during the week. Let's get this thing up over 100 likes, and then we'll roll into the second half of tonight's episode. I'm going to give you a little bit more information. Here we go. All right, now we're going to ramp up a little bit. I know. See, I know it's easy, 999 Army, to jump in there and get these likes up where they need to be. And then I'm going to, while we're working on that, just some random questions or comments about tonight. I know a lot of you are super, super excited. I'm going to ask the question I asked the other night on the video. Who do you think is going to be your favorite character? I know it's a repeat question, but I just want to get it permanently a part of this video as well. So that when people watch the playback, they can kind of see who you're attached to, you know, which characters you support, which ones you're going to like. I'm hoping Madison gets a little less airtime this season. I think I'll like Madison more if I see her a little bit less. I think they just showed too much of her in the previous seasons, but this is going to be like a brand new season. So Rubelows, we definitely got some Nick in the house. Cowboys, Alicia. Yeah, a lot of people getting out of the gates with John. I'm going to be right there with you. I'm already staking claim that the Cowboy is going to be, he's going to be a bad dude, man. There are not a ton of Madison fans. Like, I don't think a single person has typed yet that Madison is their favorite character. It's okay. Because a little less visibility might really strengthen her character and get her back on the right track. Rial says, Madison drives me nuts. No emotion, no parenting skills. Love it. Love the comment. Lark Song says, John has yet to be determined. Well, the other thing with John, remember, they're going to break him in slowly. He hasn't talked to anybody in a year. Hasn't even heard himself talk. So I think they're going to, he's got to get used to speaking. So once he gets comfortable, I think he's going to be a real funny character. All right, I got 3 people holding the like button hostage. I'll go ahead and do the second part of the spoilers just until a few people. I'll trust you. I'll just I'll bank this one for you guys. Let's move forward. So those bad guys, they show up again, and they want to take everybody's stuff. It's like the Saviors. So this time they're walkers, and Morgan gets injured, but Al evidently takes out the walkers with her machine guns on the SWAT vehicle. And then once things tone down a little bit, Morgan agrees to a journalistic interview. So, and here's where we get a little bit more tidbits from The Walking Dead. So Morgan says that he was at a nice place with good people, and there was a war. And he said, we won, but I already left before I left. So Morgan was mentally out of it. He admits as much. And then he leaves again. So Morgan like leaves, then he gets beat up, and then he gets helped, and then he leaves. So Morgan is a little hard-headed. Now I'll get to that in 1 second. So Lieutenant OU Crawfish says, no matter what happens tonight, we are still family. You know what, Crawfish? Yes, we are family. Number two, I'm expecting these crowds. You guys have kind of spoiled me a little bit, and the group has grown so much. I'm expecting the same carryover with Fear. I mean, here we are. Look, we're doing Fear, and we pretty much have the same size crowd. We're missing a couple, but I do think if they get out of the gates, have a good episode, that some of the harder to win over people are going to come back. But it does. The Army is given the Fear of the Walking Dead benefit of the doubt for the first 4 or 5 episodes. They better not disappoint us. Scott Gimple, if you're listening, if you want the support of the 999 Army, you need to get your writers to bring it this season. We're having faith right now. All right, let's go back and talk a little bit more about Mr. Morgan. So Morgan does survive. John steps in to save him yet again. So Morgan's been saved again with a bad leg. And he does agree to go with the group until his leg heals. Someone is ahead of the group, and it is a girl. She appears to be injured and crying. Who do you think it is? Bingo! It is Alicia. You guys are too quick with this. All right, I'm going to get back to that in 1 second. So Jimmy's Jammin' says, Morgan is okay. You're only crazy when you don't know. You know, that makes good sense. But the only thing that scares me, Jimmy, is that he's seeing those visions. And I think something had to happen to get the visions to go away. So even though he knew it, he still can't really stop it. Something has to make it stop. So it is, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate that. They stop to help just as Morgan gets out of the truck with first aid. The girl jumps up with a gun, and bingo, it's Alicia. Strand and Nick pop up from the roadside. They are armed. Morgan, John, and Althea. See, now we're going to have a Alicia, and an Althea. So we're going to have to call her Alicia and Al. They're taken prisoner. Al nervously asks Alicia, what's your story? So that is the title of tonight's episode, and that appears to be what's going to go down tonight. So a lot of getting to know the characters, good information that's out there. So we start out with Morgan, and I guess it is going to be filmed like a Western. It is going to have a little bit of that trapped and escape and trapped and escape. But that's kind of what we've grown to like about The Walking Dead, and I think that they're really going to get back to their roots. And there's been moments with previous seasons, but I do feel like this is going to be kind of getting to know everybody, and we'll be able to formulate those strong opinions. All right, I'm going to check out a couple comments here. Steph Cuervo Queen says, I really don't like Strand. Hope I can come around this season. Steph, I do like Strand. He is he's one of the few characters I thought was very true to himself, that he didn't flip-flop and waver. Alicia got tougher, so I did start liking Alicia a little bit more. But although I didn't always agree with what Strand did, I like the consistency of his character. That he is he's a tougher version. He's resourceful, but he's very self-centered, like Eugene. Oh, you crawfish. Hey, I'm glad you refreshed and you got volume. I've been hearing myself for 50 minutes. Or actually not 50 minutes because I would have been talking to myself for 30 minutes before this started. For 20 minutes. Yeah, Sheila Madison has not been a fan favorite. I can definitely say that. I do like her. I mean, I like her toughness. She wavers too much, and it's just poor writing. There's no way to say it. I think she can play the character well, but I am looking forward to her having just a strict agenda. Like Madison, create an identity and go with it. That's what I want to see. I'm still here. You still have volume. I'm just reading through a couple comments. Uh, Anyone typing John at this point probably's got a little bit of lag. It's all right. You'll catch up. All right, everybody. We are. This is the countdown. We like to keep these countdowns at about 20 to 25 minutes. So we got a couple more minutes. I do want to make a few announcements, and then I got to pick a shirt winner. Steph, are we ready? Am I ready to randomly pick a 999 Army shirt winner? It's going to be someone that's typed something. Let's see. Let me see if Steph gives me the green light. All right. So here's the way I'm going to do this. And you guys got to be on the honor system here. I know some people are lagging. And so you know what? I'm going to look away from the screen. I'm going to ask a question. It's going to be a random question. There is no right or wrong. And I'm going to randomly pick somebody. Who will be the first main character? Like I said, there's no right or wrong. Who will be the first main character to die on Fear the Walking Dead this season? Nick, Alicia, Strand, Madison, Lucy, Althea, Morgan, John. And I'm randomly going to turn around and pick somebody. So you guys type your answers. All right, it is someone who said Althea. It is Valar from Game of Thrones. Valar jumped in and said Althea. When I stopped my screen, I turned around completely random, and the first person was in the middle of my screen is Valar. Congratulations. You win a 999 shirt that will be designed by Steph, the Cuervo Queen. She is amazing, and she'll get with the details. Here's the thing. We're going to give away more shirts all throughout the season. We're going to give away another shirt tonight at 8 o'clock. Here's the only stipulations. I probably should have said this first. You don't have to sign anything to win. But you have to have a method in order to contact Steph, the Cuervo Queen. And there's two ways that I know of. One, you either have to be on Kick, or if you're a member of the Walking Dead 999 Army on Facebook, then you can send her a message and she'll get your shipping details and get all that organized. So congratulations to Valar. And a couple of other announcements that I want to make is we are in the works. We're going to give away some shirts all throughout Fear the Walking Dead season, just randomly, and I'll coordinate that with Steph. So you might want to join the Facebook thing in advance, or make sure you have Kick just so you can kind of, hey, here's my address, and we work it out. We're also working, I know not everybody wants to wait for a contest. Several people have messaged me and said, can I buy the shirt? We're trying to get the cost down. We're looking at some options. So hopefully by mid to the end of the week, we'll have a option for you guys to purchase a shirt. I just, I don't want it to be anything crazy where you're spending a whole lot of money. I want it to be reasonable. So with that comes a little bit of patience. We still got a little bit of planning to do. All right, that is what we got going on. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I want to thank you for being here all throughout the season. I am just super excited about both episodes tonight. You probably heard it in my voice earlier today. As a reminder, we will do another live stream at 8 o'clock. Be there, get involved. We're going to talk predictions, a little bit of spoilers, what's going to go on tonight. Not complete spoilers, but just some words that are going through the rumor mill as well. We're also going to have a reaction video. I know it's late. If it were during the season, I would have... wow. Denise is blowing me away. Denise, you are absolutely blowing me away. That is like back-to-back super chats. And I appreciate, the super chat, and you kind of embarrassed me a little bit, but absolutely, we'd welcome you with open arms regardless. We want to welcome everybody, but thank you. Your support for this channel is greatly, greatly appreciated. We've got Lieutenant OU Crawfish. When are we getting the ELO 999 Army shirt? You know what? That's a good question. I got to watch Steph because she will design that. She'll probably, what Steph will do? She'll have like the 999 Army and then 999 Dead, and she'll probably highlight the E, an L, and an O somewhere in the Walking Dead shirt. Oh, I just gave her like a really good idea. But yes, stay tuned for that. Steph and I are going to be doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and then what we'll do is we'll post the shirts up on Facebook, and we'll give you guys the option for some of the creative designs there. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Once again, before the super chats came out, if it were during the season, I would probably push the reaction video to tomorrow, but it is such an important ending to the war. It's such an important start for Fear the Walking Dead. I have to do the reactions tonight at 12:30. So that video is going to be up, and if you guys are still awake, then join it. I understand if you got things to do, but we'll at least do a 30-minute stream tonight. I'll be exhausted, but we're going to do it. And then tomorrow night, 9:30, we'll do a full recap. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the same thing. So thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you being here tonight. And if you're watching the playback, this is the closing credits. If you're still here, give me a quick 999 in chat because I want to shout out as many people as we possibly can and just say thank you for your support. And I'll see everybody at 8 o'clock tonight. So quick 999. Let's throw it in there. And you know what, Steph? We'll talk offline. Sheila Beasley, thanks for being here. Scott Kernan, Rublo's channel. Deborah Mooney, Shanny D, a.k.a. Little Michonne. Michelle M, Sergeant Chosen One. R. Grimes, thanks for being here. Tanya, Doc Stater. June, I'm going to try to say it, June Willette. Funko King, what's up? Brian Gilligan, Alan Thomas. So many new people here. You guys come back and join us. Love to have you here. Justin Barrett. Marla Hatton, thanks for being here. Pickles, good to see you. Oh, Pickles with the strawberries. I see you. Negan's going to be picking strawberries tonight. Sheila Beasley, Carol Brothers Payette, Peachy Keen, Richard Brooks, Arena Hunter, Cammy, Jamie Krysick. Absolutely. Yay, 999. Thank you so much, Denise. Shelton Arthur, Miss True, Charlie Amos, Ultra Groove, Let's Groove Tonight, Bumblebee Brown, Talion, Ebony Hamilton, Karen S., Ron Burgundy, Gina Crockett. Who else we got here? Lieutenant OU Crawfish. Terry Jones, Will Saint, Jason Benavente. My moderators are awesome. These moderators are the best in any forum, any YouTube you'll ever find. Bree, Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kells, top notch. Special shout out for my mods. Hippo in the house. What's up, man? I did forget your shout out earlier today. Madison Dickey, Alan Thomas. My sponsors, Wilson, Pete D, Vonda, Walking Dead Nerd, Jason the Mixologist. You can see the Patreons over there. Patreons are awesome. I'm going to leave them up every video. I can't read them all out. Usually I give them shout outs, but you guys can catch them over there. John Brody, Patricia, just the whole crew. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. Rial, thanks for being here. Hannah M. Hello from Ireland. Hannah, thanks for being here. Timothy Young, see you in an hour. Villar, thank you so much. Garrett Farmer, Walani. Jake Turgeon. Who else we got here? I think we're kind of on point here. The Mighty Mo, Brian Clayton. What's up, Brian Clayton? 999, baby. B loves the 999. And The Walking Dead. Red Razzle. What's up, Red? Maurice Gamble. What's up, Mo? That's what I need. I need Mo gambling. Absolutely. Jimmy's jamming. What's up, Jimmy? Good to see you, man. And thank you for that super chat as well. Sunshine Thor. Jamie Krysick. Valerie Feldman. A little bit of lag there, Valerie, but I'm still going to give you a shout out. No worries. Becca Boland, good to see you as well. Oh, man. Thomas from Ireland. You know what? We are starting an Irish posse. We got an Irish group. That's what I'm talking about. That might be our third largest, let's see, United States, then Canada, then Ireland. I know we got some UK and some Australia. I mean, we'll have to do a poll a little bit later on. I'll check the demographics and see where we are represented at. Arena Hunter, good to see you as well. All right, everybody, if I missed you for any reason whatsoever, I'm sorry I can't get all the shout-outs in. When this video goes live, leave comments in the comments so people talk about it, they share it. If I don't answer your comments personally, somebody else will answer your comments. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to get ready for this next stream. I will talk to you all at 8 o'clock and 59 minutes. Peace.